Term comes towards Ingwerson, rides a couple of bumps, not going in. The umpire will come in and bounce it up. Tell you what, Laurie, be careful. You get a job as a stats man somewhere along the line. You're going all right. It's an easier day today, though. No Ricky O'Toole to get 65 stats.
It's only easy if you call them.
Robinson from the ruck contest gets a kick away towards centre half forward. Broome gets back there to start with. White backed himself as well. 2-on-1 over there, but he leaves the ball behind Scott. He gets a toe poke towards Williams. He and Scott fight for it hard on the deck. Now it comes towards Matty Pilgrim, trying to tap it backwards. Cooper, he lands on top of it as well. Comes back towards Williams, back towards running the other way was Collins. Ducked his head, tried to get rid of the footy. Broome's wrapped up, not going anywhere. And 50 metres out from the cheetah goal, we will have a ball up.
They're pretty keen.
I'm impressed with the forward half of Westie. They're defending pretty well.
Ball up now, big pack around it. Cooper goes up to Boy, gets it down. Ingwerson comes off his leg. Cooper on hands and knees. Now Ingwerson, quick clearing kick goes towards a tap on Lewis. It's a bit of aerial ping pong at the moment. Falls towards Hughes, gets a kick across the ground. Cooper left it behind Perkins. He loses the football as well. Lewis ripped off the football. Now Williams handball, missed the target. Comes back to Perkins, gives it away to Pilgrim, gives it away to Phillips. Has to break a couple. Now short little kick. Booth though picks it up, drives it back towards the 10-metre square. Holds up in the breeze. Badly can't take the mark off hands. White does well. Chip little kick to Matty Lewis. They're out of trouble. He's at right half back. Takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Turns around. Back towards the middle. Lane. Good kick too. Pilgrim read it better. Handball over the top to Gadd. They're running now. Handballs it to Dwayne Broome in the middle. Has to turn around and give it back to Gadd. He does. Kept running. Now can he get around Robinson? Yes, he can. Now he measures the pass. Poor kick off the boot though. Goes past Lees. Goes past Van Ingen. Handball now was chopped off by Wishart. He wrapped up. Not going in. Good tackle again. And it now 30 metres out for the Bannockburn goal. We'll have a ball up. They moved the ball a bit better then, but the desired result stopped by a good tackle.
Well, the kick in was a bit poor, wasn't it?
Yeah. So a ball up, 30 metres out from the Tiger goal. Rutherford takes out the ruck, but gave a push in the ruck contest. And it will be a free kick to Robinson. Handballs it away quickly to Handley. Runs across the face of goal. Not much to kick to. So then he goes, holds it up for Cerny. Good mark. Taking some good marks, Cerny. Plays on quickly. Left foot kick towards half forward. Good mark over the back by Gadd. And has taken the grab in front of Joel McIver. Now Gadd short to Perkins. He chips the ball over the top. Dangerous to Lewis. Tapped away easily by Robinson. And leaving it behind there might have been... just trying to pick up the plane to try. Oh, that was Stanley who left it behind. Now the ball turned back around, goes towards the 10-metre square for Bannockburn. Coming out though, back himself was Thompson. Left it behind though, got some support. Handball came back to Godey. Handball to Collins. Now through centre half back, left foot wobbly punt. Perkins can take the mark easily. In between wing and half back. He handballs it off to Aaron Broome. Switches a play back towards the middle. Chips the ball dangerously to the big man. Boy can't take it with him. Badly over the top. Loses the football. Held on to in the tackle a bit of a long time. Wishart's in there also. He's wrapped up, not going anywhere.
The tackle forced the ball out. They're tackling well, West, aren't they?
They are, Eric. Just when they went forward there, they just panic kicked a little bit. They just got to be careful of their disposal and try and pin a target down.
So from the middle lane again. Right foot kick around the corner to Scott and Broome. Broome, good punch away and has got some support in Perkins. If he picks it up, now he does. Wants to switch the play across the back line, back to the middle. Dwayne Broome by himself again in the middle. Lane had followed the ball across. Broome, got a high tackle from Lucchino. Pretty good in the end probably for West because they can pick their players up if they can, but they haven't because Stanley goes free. Broome goes long towards Lang on a long lead, goes up. Off hands at the back of the pack. Who's there? Furman through the middle, does well. Uses his pace and kicks the goal. Great kick, great play, Ben Furman. And he's put his first on the board and the first goal of the second term for the Tigers. They go to 4 straight goals, 4-1, 25. And they trail Geelong West 5-35. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 4 minutes played.
Laurie, Bannockburn seem to have come out with a bit more purpose in this second quarter. They certainly look a lot better than the first.
Well, I think they would have got a bit of a sting from someone at quarter time, Eric, because I think they were just taking things a little bit easy. But look, that was front and centre. That was good raving in by Furman, and he ran on that and kicked a beautiful goal.
Looks like we've got
Sam
Lucchino with a bit of blood on the top of the head, and maybe Van Ingen might have blood on him as a result of it, perhaps. Not too sure. But Stanford has come on to replace Van Ingen, and Fratoli has come on to replace Lucchino. So the ball now being conveyed back to the umpire in the middle. Almost 5 minutes gone in this second quarter. So it's been a battle of defences so far. It's the umpire now. Umpire West puts it in the air. Up high, Ruckman, Robertson, lovely tap down, but read well by Lewis. Oh, gee, lovely smother on his boot there from McIver, but Bannockburn, they're teaming well. Handball comes out to Broome, chips it on the left foot towards half forward.
That's a good mark,
Rutherford, strong mark in front of the pack. Had a lot of players coming at him from behind, but put the hands up, clung onto it, and just outside the 50-metre arc, Brett Rutherford, who played very well for them last week, Bannockburn, has taken a strong mark. Gone back a long way, and man of the mark actually is inside 50. It's Rutherford now, puts it in the air. Gee, it's skewed across with the wind to the right-hand side of the tall timber, and he's only got a behind. But at least... it
was a good kick though, Eric. Can't criticise that kick. The wind just got it just a tad and...
took it to the right, and another behind to Bannockburn. 4-2-26. They trailed Geelong West 5-5-35. Raiders Bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes gone, and there's not too many people behind the goals. It's pretty cold out there, Laurie, so the players have to recover the footy themselves.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough, I reckon. He'd sit in the car with the heater on.
So Frank Fratoli just on the grounds had to run 100 metres to get the footy. He's got it now and will kick in. Comes towards Godey and also Lees. Cerny in the middle, over the back of the pack. Williams is there. Tried to get back on his left. Have to be good now. Handball over the top to Lees. Running onto it. Scott's there as well. Looks for a handball back to Godey. His handball back to Scott. Oh, good tap on to Lees. Good play by Scotty. Now Lees from centre wing. Skews the ball back towards the middle. Might be all right in the end. Collins can't take the mark though. Second effort was pretty good over the top of it. Needs to get the handball away. Did so. Tapped backwards by Stanford to Gadd. His handball back to Matty Pilgrim. Under pressure. White now. Right foot kick. Measures it towards Lewis. Good kick too. Takes the mark at half back. Called to play on. Has to get around a couple. Right foot kick over the top. Now foot race for Fratoli and Dwayne Broome get across there. Close to the boundary line. And happy to see it over in the end for Fratoli. We'll have a boundary thrown in between wing and half forward on the outer side. 5-5-35 Geelong West, Bannockburn 4-2-26. We've been playing 7 minutes second term.
Interesting, Laurie. Ben Hinchcliffe has been put on to Andrew Williams and perhaps has nullified him just a bit in the second quarter. Yes,
we'll have to do something, Eric. They've got to try and curb those good players, and the Bannockburn players just played well across back there. I thought Matty Pilgrim got back there, and he's getting a little bit of pace there, and that's the thing that sets their play up when they're prepared to run the footy. And we saw it last week. If you've got to run those lines, and if they can do that to Bannockburn, they'll put West under a lot of pressure.
The ball thrown in, out of centre wing, the back of the pack, Matt Pilgrim. Handball goes clear to Stanford. Stanford chips it over the top, looking for Furman once again. He's good enough to get it. Drives the low skimming pass into the forward half, but unfortunately the Bannockburn forwards weren't coming forward, and off hands, it's over the boundary line. 30 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Bannockburn in the second quarter, kicking to the northern end with the aid of perhaps a bit of a breeze. Taken there by Lewis. Handball clear for Bannockburn, but there's no teammates there. There's a great tackle there in defence for Bannockburn. Picked up by Dwayne Broome round the body. Gee, it was a great try. Put it into the goal square. Knocked through for a rush behind. So it's another behind to Bannockburn. 4-3-27. They're working away at Geelong West, who are 5-5-35. Raiders Bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 8.5 minutes gone.
Williams kicks in, looking for Lees. Looks a lively character too. Lees at half-back's taken the mark. Chips the ball over the top, looking for Scott. Godey's in there. Oh, good mark. Ben Godey has taken it at half-back. Good mark, the big man. Leads on. Cerny along the line. He goes in that direction. Scott's there as well. They go up, off hands at the back of the pack. Gadd, Stanley's there as well. McIver tried to tap it on. Sam Hickleton ridden into the ground by Cerny. Loses the football. Kick was smothered. Comes back towards McIver, close to the boundary line. And he keeps it in. Gains some meterage. Now Booth gets it towards Cooper. The big man turns around off a step. 10 metre square. Beckons. Bannockburn with the numbers. Pushing the back by Collins. Not seen. Phillips is there. Runs across the line. And kicks it out of bounds. Does he? Does it get to the line? Yes, it does. 45, 50 metres around from the Geelong West goal. We'll have a boundary throw-in on the outer side.
It appears there's a few kick chasing, Laurie. There was no one within 100 metres of that ball for him to kick to.
Yeah, look, it's just they just broke down up there, West, when they went forward there, and a bit unfortunate, but they're working hard.
From the ruck contest, still 50 metres out from goal. Pilgrim's over the top of it. Handball backwards to Hinchcliffe off a step. Goes with a kick. Godey, though, chops it off. Does well. Handballs it away to Lane. And he can chip it across the centre. Lewis has to get a shepherd against Sheridan. Linguson just held him up just enough for Sheridan to take the mark.
Geez, he looked like his old man, didn't he?
On the cricket pitch area. Now goes a left foot kick, holds up in the breeze, past the heads of Phillips and also Hughes. Now to Boy, the big man, handball over the top to Matty Pilgrim. Has to sit for the little man, does it? Yes, it does. And he runs away, gets a shepherd, runs through half back. High kick towards centre wing lane, over the back Dwayne Broom. Use the body, did he? No, he didn't. Well, he did.
Use the hands.
Yeah, use the hands as well. It's a push in the back, so it'll be a free kick for the Cheetahs. And Godey will take it.
I think he was a bit big for Broomy.
Frankie Lane.
Oh,
In fact,
no,
it's Lane.
Yeah.
Frankie Lane. So Lane will take it at centre wing.
Oh,
I might give you a bit of Frankie Lane later.
You're showing your age, Laurie.
Because I don't know who Frankie Lane is. The kick, he's turned it over and Stanford has taken the mark at half-back for Bannockburn.
That's a worry I do.
So now Stanford back to whence it came. Oh, it might be kick to kick here, Godey. Off the hands though. At the back, Broom's there. Handball might come from Wishart. He's wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire says held to him. It'll be a ball up between wing and half forward on the outer side. Still 5-5-35 Geelong West. Bannockburn 4-3-27. 11 minutes played in the second term.
So umpire Grossman, ball in the air. Well, good work by Du Bois there with his body work. Gets the ball cleared. Lewis read that well. Hooks it round the body to half forward. Over the head of players there. Running back pretty hard on it is Dwayne Broom. Unfortunately can't get there in time. And it's over the boundary line. 15 metres from the behind post for Bannockburn. So they're in attack, an opportunity to convert. They've just whittled away. West yet to score in this second quarter. Bannockburn have kicked 1-2, but an opportunity here as the ball's thrown in. Goatee gets a tap forward, picked up by Hinchcliffe, but it's robbed there by Ingerson for the west side. Nice little chip pass found Cerny. He's taken the mark, eluded Hickleton on the mark, and away he goes. Chips it inboard. Gee, the kick has gone astray, but Williams does well to make something out of it, but he's... the weight of numbers against him, and Pilgrim handball to player running through there strongly is Samford. Runs a full distance and kicks it long to full forward. Oh, good position there. Mark not taken, unfortunately, by that was Phillips.
Wishart
it was Wishart. So they look a bit alike down there. So they're probably both breaking down in the full forward area at the moment, both sides, Laurie.
Yeah, well, West are breaking down because they're just not finding their targets. Doing some good work, but just that crucial turnover when they probably wanted one to go deeper into their forward zone.
So the ball's thrown in, half forward flank for Bannockburn. Pilgrim runs onto the footy, can't control it. Rawlins kick on the ground for West. McIver can't get it. Good work there by Stanley. Umpire puts a whistle on play. Suggested the ball isn't going anywhere. So on true centre wing, outer side at Victoria Park here. It's a bit of a surprise. Clinton Shaw just coming onto the ground for the first time. Wonder if he's fit. But the ball, well, in the air, comes back to Godey. Feigns a hand pass. Now he eludes a tackle from Lewis and kicks long to half forward. The lead from Booth. Can't take the mark. Good defensive work by Gadd. Great tackle by Booth. Kept the ball in there for the west side, but coming through... Doing well there is Stanley. Gets a handball to his teammate now. Shaw just on the ground. The middle of the ground takes the mark. Handball to Perkins. The old brigade for Bannockburn now come to the fore. Perkins, he's had two bounces. Runs almost to 50. Kicks along to the goal square. Big pack of players there. Falls to the front of the pack.
Lang.
Well picked up by Lang on this occasion. Hooked over the shoulder. I reckon that's a great hook.
Oh,
gee, it looked like a goal from here. Perhaps I might clean my glasses a fraction. I think the Bannockburn bench beside us thought it might have been a goal as well, but on the scoreboard we see one behind to Bannockburn, 4-4-28. They trail Geelong West 5-5-35. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes gone.
Fratoli kicks in looking for Lees. Has a couple of metres on Hickleton and takes a good mark. He's got a good pair of hands. He chips the ball over the top towards Godey, who's been very prominent. Over his head though, Stanley. Doesn't sit for him. He's got a couple against him. Thompson's in there as well. Stanley tried to get it away to Broom. Godey off his knee and out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
He's had a real good second quarter, number 4, Godey.
Godey, yep.
It's on hands and knees a bit at the moment. That's a worry.
So boundary throw in, right in front of our commentary box. Du Bois gets it down towards Clinton Shaw. On top of it, McIver ripped off it in the end. And now it falls towards Stanley. Runs through the middle, needs to get it free. Matty Pilgrim tried to tap it onto his own advantage. McIver, he tries to break free, gets a high tackle, does he? No, throw, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick on centre wing. So Matty Pilgrim will take the free kick for the Tigers.
He's had a few touches this quarter too.
Yeah, no, he's played a good game across back. He's the one that's prepared to run with the footy and set their play up a lot.
Over the back now, Haley Furman read it beautifully, kicked another. He did well, Ben Furman. He's second of the quarter. And the fifth for Bannockburn, they go to 5-4. 34, Geelong West 5-5-35. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes played.
Must be inbred in the family. He read that beautifully, Furman.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you something. In the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to hear a lot about the Furmans. I think they're going to be very, very good players. They read the game so well, they run on it nice, and they've got very, very good skills, and they play very similar.
Except that one's a left foot and one's a right foot. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. But that was a great goal. I mean, he was in the right spot for everything to happen for him, and it come free. And as soon as it was free, he was in to kick an easy goal.
So a few changes. Banks is on for Bannockburn. Lacino's back for West. I'm starting to lose track of all the changes. The coaches or the benches are certainly using the interchange players.
Well, the West need a goal very quickly to keep them in the game a little bit now. And I know they're against the wind, but they just got to work a little bit hard to get one.
Back to the middle, Robinson, double fisted down, Aaron Broom off half back. Kick was smothered, goes towards the middle again. Hickleton, kick off the ground by Hinchcliffe's okay, and Clinton Shaw read it the better. Handball it away to Matty Pilgrim. Handball towards a standing start. Lang has to get it back towards Shaw. He wants to try and get around. He gives it to Matty Pilgrim. Chip kick to Dwayne Broom. Good vision. Will it sit for Broom? It does now, but he's surrounded. Handball chopped off. Stanford's in there as well. Lakino coming through. Handball came back towards. Oh, is that a free kick?
Yeah,
it has
got
to be. And Stewie Scott made sure the umpire saw it. And we'll get the free kick. In the last line of defence, left back pocket. Just to try and kick down the line. Not much to kick to, though. He's called to play on, so now he has to go as long as he can towards Collins and Godey. Over the back, Perkins. Off the hands at the front of the pack now through the middle. Perkins did well. Then he dropped the footy, did he? Umpire said play on. Now Williams and Lewis coming the other way to Boy. Falls for Clinton Shaw. From 50, tumbling punt towards the 10-metre square. Off hands. At the back there was Handley. He left it behind Pilgrim. Oh, great pick up. Furman kicked it around the corner towards Lang. Can he take the mark? Lee's good defensive play and taps it. Thumps it, in fact, over the boundary line in the right forward pocket for a throw in.
It's great road ball. Matty Furman again.
Ben Furman, Ben. Don't get him wrong.
Dead set at the drop of the footy, that's exactly where you've got to be.
Yep. Great play once again. Boundary throw in. Tigers still into attack. Point the difference. Boundary throw in. Robinson in front. Taps it down to the front of the pack. Rawlings gets a good shepherd. Then his handball, though, just runs out of bounds, gains 20 or 30 metres, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
It's an amazing game, this game of football, though, isn't it? I just saw Williams go past there before. He's hardly had a touch this quarter. He couldn't go everywhere he went. The footy went with him in the first.
Well, I think pay some credit to Hinchcliffe.
Yes, certainly.
Robinson from the ruck contest lane got it down. Sooney runs through half back at defensive 50, chips the footy in the middle. It's okay, and take the mark and run away. Go towards Ingwerson, back on the ground. Can he tap it over? Yes, he can. Towards Spokes, just on the ground also, and he kicks the goal. So Judd Spokes, with his first kick in GDFL football, has kicked a goal, and the sixth for Geelong West. They go to 6-5-41. They lead Bannockburn 5-4-34. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes played.
Some interesting quarter-time scores. GDFL, Werribee Central's 9-7, Inverleigh 1-1. Winchelsea 4 behinds, Anarchy 2 goals 5. Belmont Lions 3-3, East Geelong 2-3. Thompson 2-5, Belpost Hill 4-3. North Geelong 7 goals 3, Karaya 1 goal 3.
Oh, don't. We couldn't put up with that Monday night.
Oh,
no.
Oh, please. No.
I did tip the Belmont Lions.
Get to the good, Laurie.
The ball up in the middle once again, and Robinson, nice tap down for West. The ball trying to force forward, but big pack of players there. The ball, players do well. They push it out well, but Banks, he's taken with the footy. Oh, strong work there by Booth for Geelong West. Almost said Lara as he kicks the ball forward. But David White does well at fullback, runs away from his opponent. Long kick out of defence, and over the head there of Sanford, can run onto the footy, unfortunately can't control it, can only tap it forward. He's beaten for pace there by Lane, but the boundary line is the winner because the ball has drifted over the boundary line, but one kick and it's gone from fullback to half forward flank for Bannockburn. It's on the outer side of the ground. It's a strong wind there, took the ball as the boundary umpire puts it in. Stewie Scott and Lewis do the ruck work, comes down to Lane for West. Round the body, kicks back towards centre wing, and has found the safety of the boundary line. So once again, it's over. True centre wing this time. on the outer side. It's probably deceptive, Laurie, just how big this Bannockburn ground is.
Yeah, it is bigger than you think when you start running around it, especially if you want to play around the boundary line.
So the ball is brought back in now on centre wing, doing the ruck work, Hickleton. Williams it is, gets a touch there, kicks it towards half forward. Overrunning the footy is Booth, coming through strongly is Goatee. Puts a strong tackle, but unfortunately it's too high. And the ensuing free kick to Perkins of Bannockburn. Goes long towards the wing. Oh, gee, read that pretty well, Robinson, but unfortunately dropped the mark. And Stanford, who is his opponent, 2-on-1 the numbers with Geelong West.
He's pinged him,
and he's pinged him for deliberately putting it out of bounds. So
he's got a good case to argue there too against what else he's going to do.
Well, yeah, I suppose you're not allowed to put it out of the boundary line.
That's right. You're not there. Yeah.
So the free kick to Geelong West. Nice chip for, might nearly had 50 metres. Stewie Scott took the mark and propped. And
melted a bit too, Stewie.
Well, he certainly gave a bit of a hand, and he's let his opponent know in no uncertain terms that, gee, I tell you what, it's not about 50 either.
Oh, it's a fair income one.
Gone from the wing to 30 metres from goal.
He's a real estate agent, I hope.
Yes.
You buy land off him.
So I think it was Russell Badley, who's only a youngster. And he's going to learn the hard way, isn't he?
I think the runner's going straight to him.
Why wouldn't he? Stewie Scott now.
Oh, good
magnificent mark.
That's Collins.
Yeah.
It's Collins. He came through the pack there and eyes for the footy and has brought it down. I don't know that he originally was the target, but terrific mark from Collins. Probably been a bit quiet in this quarter.
I think Stewie knew what he was doing though, Eric.
He wasn't going to kick it from there.
He went straight there, and I'm thinking he must have thought, well, Collins is there, and he kicked up to the bigger players, and they were good enough to grab it.
Terrific coaching. Badley's off the ground. The coaches are having a talk to him, and that's what it's all about.
Mate.
Collins, unfortunately, is out of bounds on the fall. Doesn't trouble the score, and I think the play deserved better than that.
It certainly did.
But the ensuing free kick has now gone to David White of Bannockburn. 22 minutes almost in this second quarter, as David White will bring the ball back into play. About to move in. He hasn't got a lot to kick to, so decides just to go long. And it's over the 50 metre. Almost a mark in front there to West through the agency of Lees, but not paid. Ball comes out. Gee, the tackling from the West forwards is ferocious in there. It's come out. Terrific work. Gets a handball to Stewie Scott. The handball came from Lane. Now it comes back to Goatee. On the boot quickly towards full forward. It's all Bannockburn back there, however, and Hickleton takes the very comfortable chest mark ahead of Cooper on that occasion. Goes long. It's all Bannockburn in the middle too. Mark taken by Lewis. On the left foot now, the players have run. It's Banks. They could have raffled at Bannockburn. Now they run forward again. There's players running everywhere into the forward half. Unfortunately, the West defenders have got back on this occasion, and front of the pack, Matty Pilgrim gets the handball back to Lang. He's tackled, gets the handball clear, hung on to a long time. Stewie Scott picks it up. Lovely pass, has found a teammate in Mackayber on half-back flank. Gee, directed that well through the traffic. I think, Laurie, you might get a possession here. No, terrific mark just inside the line, taken by Spokes. Kicked a goal with his first kick, as he now goes on quickly. Long kick, he looks a likely type. But terrific mark at the back by Stephen Gadd. He's starting to find a little bit of the form that he used to have at centre half back, and that was vintage David Gadd. Called to play on there by the umpire, goes across the ground, has found Aaron Broome, and he's taken the mark. Centre wing out of side, kicks it low. The lead there has come from couldn't see who it was diving forward. Rutherford, picked up by Stuart Scott for West, goes wide to the centre wing. Hughes is out there, can't handle a footy. He's pressured by Aaron Broome. Well, he got the ball finally somehow to Mark Lane, but unfortunately the umpire put a whistle on play, and West are deprived of the chance to go forward as the ball is now put in the air, out of side, centre wing. Up high, Du Bois hits it back towards the West long goal. Unfortunately, comes to ground. Williams, he's beaten on that occasion as the ball comes out to Aaron Broome, across the middle of the ground. Reading it well as Matty Pilgrim, can't control it. Furman can, handball to Lang, he drops it, handball back to Pilgrim. He's met solidly as the ball now through Spokes once again. Gets a handball forward, doing well Rutherford, gets control of the footy, back on the left foot. Has to handball it, he's under pressure. Gee, there's some tough footy out there as the ball comes wide. Lewis, oh, he waited for the ball to come. Now he gets a handball forward. And, well, it's in dispute in the forward pocket for Bannockburn as Spokes. He can't get a kick. It comes back. Gee whiz, it's pretty handily, gets it out. And they've done well, West. They finally cleared it. Gee, the kick's going to land just inside the boundary line. Goatee can't take the mark. Good spoil there. Well, if the umpire's betting, it's probably a free kick because it came off.
I don't think he could have seen it, though. He was a fair way away.
We were right beside it. And it actually
we don't give the free kicks, Harry.
It came off Hickleton's foot, but the boundary umpire throws the ball in. Hickleton has to do the ruck work, and the boundary umpire will have to do the job once again. So, some ultra-defensive footy, Laurie, but, you know, there's not much in the game. 6-5 to 5-4, 7 points to West. And that goal they got a few moments ago was very, very helpful for them. Well, Stewie Scott looked to milk a free kick up the umpire. The Academy Award not paid on that occasion as the ball comes back to centre wing. Broom just a toe poke out. Matty Lewis for Bannockburn kicks it toward the boundary. And once again, it's over. 25 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. Bannockburn 5-4, trail Geelong West 6-5.
Throw in. De Boy in front, Robinson from behind, falls towards Hickleton, and a second effort, goes with a short little kick, Furman to run onto it. Can he get around Thompson? Yes, oh no he can't, he got the kick away, still at half forward, running the other way, Lees does well. He's had a good first half, goes long, Spokes, Perkins in front, takes the mark, runs away through centre wing, right foot kick back to whence it came, Lees, up in front again, can't take the mark, Lang, good second effort, left foot kick around the corner was pretty good too, towards Rutherford, hand off towards Shaw, free kick is it? And what's a goal?
It's going to be a free kick to Rutherford, I think.
Going to be a free kick to Rutherford, but he's kicked the goal. Clinton Shaw kicked it off the ground.
Yeah.
So it should be a goal to Clinton Shaw. It is. So his first of the afternoon, the sixth for Bannockburn. They go to 6-4-40. They trail Geelong West 6-5-41. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard. 26 and a half minutes played.
Well, you've got to think perhaps there's something wrong with Clinton Shaw because he's had an influence on the game immediately. He's come on, Laurie's only been there for 5 minutes.
Oh, you no doubt there probably was something little there and they thought, well, we'll just save him. Probably think they're going to, you know, maybe didn't expect to have a deficit at quarter time. I think maybe that's what their thinking was because there doesn't seem to be too much wrong with him. But West are just breaking down across this forward line a little bit. They need to get a little bit more from Booth, but Gad's playing a pretty good game on him and not allowing him to get into the game. So
I think perhaps there's a bit more pressure on the ball carrier, Laurie, and they're under pressure kicking the ball into the forward half now, West, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
From the tap down in the middle, it's come to, well, overrunning the footy there is Williams and Bannockburn. Well, handball's gone astray once again. Rawlins kicks the ball forward, but the kick again, offline. And an easy mark in defence for Wishart, for Bannockburn. He decides to come to the change room side. Well, at the back, Rawlins can't take the mark, tries to tap it forward. Banks follows up there for Bannockburn. Matty Pilgrim picks it up, eludes one tackle, gets a left foot to the football, goes to the forward pocket. Van Ingen gets the ball taken away from him. Well, he does well to keep it in play, Van Ingen, with his pace. Handball, come back to Dwayne Broom. Kick on the left foot to the head of the goal square. That's where it's got to go. Hickleton's up there. He's got two to beat, and the ball is tapped down for West here over the top to Lane. He's under a bit of pressure. A nice little chip pass is Fan Lacino. So they've got a bit of poise in defence, West, and they're standing tall at the moment. Gone right across the ground. Switch the play. Cerny takes the mark. Now he decides to play quickly on because he's got Robinson in the middle. Takes the mark. Decides now to go on. Thought about a handball to Lane. Finally has a kick. Unfortunately, they do well, West. They've made a contest. Now the ball goes to full forward. Oh, great mark. I don't know how he worked his way in front there, but he's probably going to get 50 metres as well because Phillips helped him down to the ground after he'd taken the mark. And terrific work there by Hughes, it is. So the man on the mark, Phillips, is now on the goal line.
He'd have to fall over.
Laurie.
Yeah, you could, Jason.
So Hughes, he took the mark, he got the 50, and he's kicked the goal. So 7th goal to West. 7 goals, 5:47. They lead Bannockburn, 6-4-40. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. We've just ticked 29 minutes.
Yeah, well, that was a handy goal, Eric. I was normally going to comment there before on that one that Collins missed. You know how crucial that was going to be, probably for the West side. But that one probably makes up for that one a little bit. And they had the numbers at the footy there. Actually, if he hadn't had that mark, I think Scotty was going to run and kick a goal anyhow. So he was right at the drop of the footy.
It was 2-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. So they get the numbers at the footy, and that's good.
Back to the middle, Robinson and Du Bois. Robinson gets it down. Collins in the middle now. He gets away. Right foot kick. Long towards the goal square again. Over the back of Badley. And a push. And a free kick to Hughes, so he could kick two in a minute.
He was trying to hold his ground, Hughes, but I think unfortunately,
Badley just back on the ground to replace Phillips. Yeah.
He might be back off again.
Might just be interchanging those two. Well, there's a siren for half-time, so this is a crucial kick.
Make sure
Bannockburn will be 6-4-40, and
it's a shot.
Geelong West will be 7-5-47, I think. They will be. It's out of bounds on the full, so missed everything then. 7 points of difference at half-time. The goal kickers for the Cheetahs, 2 to Andrew Williams, singles to Judd Spokes, Damien Cerny, Stewie Scott, Jason Hughes and Jordan Cooper, while 4 Bannockburn, 2 to Ben Furman, singles to Clinton Shaw, Sam Hickleton, Aaron Van Ingen and Matthew Lewis. At 7-5-47, Geelong West they lead. Bannockburn 6-4-40. At the main break, we'll take a break and then come back with the second half action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon between Bannockburn and Geelong West. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.